What is up, YouTube family and friends? My name is Sharia. This is the Sharia Mag channel, where I am documenting my debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my own virtual private practice, also working part-time along with my husband's income, who is a welder. We are a family of 7, 2 adult children, 3 under the age of 18, working with an annual combined income of about $115,000. We started our debt-free journey with over $305,000 worth of debt, and we are tackling that with budgeting, weekly budgets and monthly budgets, as well as increasing income, decreasing expenses. And as of right now, we are tackling our credit card debt. We started our debt-free journey with a little over $17,000 worth of credit card debt. And I do debt-free updates at the end of every month, but you will get a little bit of an update in this video. Today's video is November week 1 budget. I am trying to get these caught up and get these recorded and out so that I can start December on track. So without further delay, we will get right into November week 1 budget. This is my budgeting template. It is linked in the description box below if you would like to make a copy and make your alterations based on what works for you. There are directions on the first page, and then I went in and changed the template, but the template that is available in the description box is the original template that I received. We go right into week 1's budget. This is for November 2nd to November the 9th. Looking at our income, the first week of November, I was still paid on a bi-weekly scale. So my bi-weekly pay as an employee of my business was $1,825.83. I actually received $1,825.83. The anticipated income for my husband was $800. His base pay is about $7.99, give or take, but he works some overtime, and so the actual pay was $927.06. We received $800 in rental income, and they paid $800. My part-time job, I work 20 hours per week at $35 per hour, and I share shorts on how I attribute that income. But I was anticipating getting $900 because I took a day off, and I actually got $1,019.95. And then I anticipate my husband to bring home about $500. That's really on the low end. And he actually bought in $300, and his side hustle is to buy and sell things off of Facebook Marketplace. And then I got an overpayment check from actually selling, trading in my husband's Kia and getting my Honda, and that was $649. So our budgeted income for the first week of November was $4,825.83, and we actually had $5,521.84 for the first week of November. We go down to savings, and the budgeted savings was $515, $50 to my high yield savings account, which is where I keep my savings. And that is automatically deducted. And then, but what I actually ended up saving, $125 actually, because $75 from my part-time income is directly deposited into my high yield savings account as well. My husband saves $50 per week for a total of $200 per month. Same for me, not including my part-time income. I have a small investment account with M1 Finance, and there is a referral link in the description box if you are interested, and that is $10 or $20 for the month, and that is directly deposited. For Christmas, we put an additional $25 into our Christmas account. My son gets $10 per week into his savings, his college savings account, which we will turn into a 529 in 2024. My daughter gets $50 into her college account for groceries and gas and things like that. And then our rental property is supposed to get $320, but we were trying to pay off a credit card, so we just put $300. And so what we actually saved was $570, and I would really love to increase that for 2024, but I just don't know where. And I would like to run the numbers to see what type of impact that may have on our debt goals for 2024. Next, we go over to the bills. Check the time. 1:44. Okay, next we go over to the bills. The bills for this week, we have changed our mortgage and our my car payment to weekly payments because we both get paid weekly. So the weekly allotment is $275.12, and that did come out on the 8th, I want to say. And then Honda Financial is, when I break that down into weekly installments, it comes up to $250.20, and I have to manually go in because Honda won't automatically deduct in weekly increments, and I do that on Wednesdays. Our life insurance is $133.26. And then the other bill that came out during this week was my student loan payment at $357.38, and that is the automatic payment for the 0.5% interest reduction. And then my bonus son's weekly child support, which is $100. So the budgeted amount of bills was $1,115.96, and the actual amount of bills was $1,115.96. We transition over to expenses, and we budgeted $125 for groceries. We actually spent $134.65. Not too big of a deal. I think what happened here is I didn't make a meal plan to shop off of, and so I found myself running back and forth to the grocery store for little things for different meals. Gas, I budgeted $130, and we only spent $95.02. Nails and facial wax. I'm still doing my nails at home. This is what my nails look like this week. I got the nail kit off of Amazon, and I think it's just linked in the description box below. It comes with like 27 different nail colors, a whole like manicure kit, and the UV light. And so this is my third week doing my nails, and like I said, this is the color and this is what they look like, and I'm pretty satisfied. So I had budgeted $100. I haven't gotten a wax, but I am getting a wax this week, but this week is the week of Thanksgiving, and so I just been managing it myself. So nothing actually went to my nails or my facial wax. My boys' hair, we had put $50 aside. We had budgeted $50, but they got their hair done, and I already had the $100 set aside to pay her, so nothing went towards that. Toiletries, we budgeted $50, and we actually spent $58.73 because my boys needed more vitamins. Household, we budgeted $50, and this is for things, how this is different than toiletries, because these are things for like tissue, dish detergent, paper towels, and we didn't need any of those things because we did a big purchase somewhere in October at Sam's Club. So the $50 did actually go back on the credit card as a payment. So I am going to put that in there. Miscellaneous, we budgeted $50, and we actually spent $109.48. And a lot of those miscellaneous expenses were fast food. So definitely need to incorporate fast food as a budgeting item in our budget. My son's birthday, we budgeted $100, and we spent $100. I tithe 10% of I don't know if this is 10%. I think it is. So I tithe 10%. I sowed a seed of 10% of that overpayment, and then I tithe 10% of my part-time income. And so I don't know where this $90 amount came from. I think it was because I thought I was only going to get like around $900 from my part-time income. But the $165.42 is the combination of the sowed seed from the overpayment check and then my 10% from my part-time income. And the same with the student loans. I pay 10% towards my student loans from my part-time paycheck. And I also took 10% of the overpayment check and included that. And then my husband and I were given $125 in spending money for that week because I was going to a funeral in another state and my husband was making a fun day with my boy who stayed here. So I spent $93.40 of that $125 and he spent $100. So we move over to debt, which I'm very excited about. And for the week of November the 2nd to November the 9th, we budgeted $40 for, or the minimum payment for the Amazon American Express was $40 and I paid $24.98, which was what the payment was, so I paid that down to $0. And then our Barclays card, which I did a balance transfer on, was due on the 2nd for $46.49 and I made that payment. But we were able to pay $1,842.52 on my state employees credit union credit card, which was the target debt at the beginning of November. So we have paid that off. We put the $50 from the household on our Sam's Club card and decreased that by $50. And the goal is to pay that off. And the next target debt after the state employees credit union credit card was my Delta Amex at $670, and we were able to pay that off. So the budgeted amount of debt payments was $86.49, and we actually paid $2,633.99. Yay! So we go up here to the overview and the breakdown. And so again, the budgeted income for the week of November the 2nd to November the 9th was $4,825.83. And the actual was $5,521.84. Savings was $515. Actual was $570. Bills, but budgeted bills was $1,115.96. And the actual was $1,115.96. Were $1,085 budgeted and the actual was $1,072.12, and debt was budgeted at $86.49 and the actual was $2,633.99. If you look down here, the remaining budgeted amount was going to be $2,023.38, but after I went in and closed out my budget, we were left with $129.77, and that either stayed in the account or it went towards the next target debt. So this is November week one's budget. I hope you enjoy it. I really try to make these really quick, get them in and get in and get out. And I like to record for the sake of not having to do a whole lot of recording and editing. I really like to record the weekly budgets once I have closed them out, as opposed to doing a projected budget and then have to come back and close them out. I just like this method better. But if you prefer the anticipated budget and then you prefer a separate video of me closing the budget out, let me know if that's what you like. I'm trying to upload 2 videos a week. I may have to do 3 videos a week to get caught up, but then it would go back to 2 videos a week. But that is the goal for right now, is to push out 2 videos a week to get caught up, so that by December I am on track with December's monthly budget and the week budgets rolling in a week behind. So if you watched thus far, thank you very much for watching. If you have any constructive criticism, make sure to list it down in the comment section below. If you have any questions about my budget, make sure to list that in the comment section below. And if you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free. I would love to have you over here in this community on my circle dot side of the internet. I really appreciate you for taking out the time, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.